What is up, y'all? It's your boy Beastboogie. Before we even get started, I want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being participants in our workshop. Jeremy and Palmer already did an amazing job showing y'all some of the insides of their practice methods, whether it's just being original, the approach to the dance and stuff like that. So props to them. Again, thank you for being here and enjoying. So what I'm going to go over today is battles, right? So battles can mean a lot of things. It's not just going to be what to do in a battle or like how to, go up against someone and burn them. A lot of what I want to teach as well is the preparation for a battle mentally, as well as what happens after the battle. So I know a lot of people who take losing very hard, or I also know a lot of people who, when they win, they don't know how to necessarily control their emotions in a sense of just what's next, So I kind of want to break some of that down to you. But the first thing I want to go over is going to be habits. Now, habits, it's something you do. It's something that happens to you every day. And the definition of a habit, I'm not sure if you can see this, but the definition of a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. What does that sound like? It sounds very familiar to something that we do. Especially one that is hard to give up, a tendency, which just sounds like breaking. It's something that we've learned, it's something that we practice regularly, and it's something that's hard to give up. So a habit, we've already created a habit by breaking. So I want to talk to you a little bit about creating good habits, breaking bad habits, and stuff like that. So to get started, I actually want to do a little warm-up that I created. It's not that I created, but that I made a habit every single morning when I wake up. It's something that gets my blood flowing, and not only that, it reminds me every morning that I can do something special and that I have these capabilities and talents that are great, and not everybody can necessarily do them. So that's already a positive. It's already a win right when you wake up. You get this mentality of positivity and strength. So simple warm-up is going to be a handstand. Now I'm going to break it down into 3 different levels. So a beginner level, an intermediate level, and a more advanced level. Every morning when I wake up, of course I get up and do a little, warm up my wrist and stuff like that. But I always do handstands. So I do 30 seconds, 3 sets of 30 seconds of handstands. Today, we're only going to do 2. Tomorrow, we're definitely going to deep dive into the physical aspect of balance and control. So this is just a little taste of what you'll get from me tomorrow. But so we're going to start with the handstand. So for a beginner level handstand, all you got to do, spread your fingers. Now, if you cannot do a handstand yet, if this is not something that you've been practicing or it's new to you, I'll give you that. I'll give you the beginner level way to do a handstand. So all you're going to do is spread the fingers, put your hands down, and with one foot you're going to kick up. So you want to try to kick up all the way, put your feet together, straight up. All right? Now for the intermediates, if you already got a handstand and you know you can get up and it's not a problem, the next thing you want to work on is the balance of it. Now you can do a handstand walk. You can like move your legs around, all that stuff. That's great, and I'm not saying don't do that, but I want you to balance. Balance is when you go up, you do not move, you control every part of your body from your fingers all the way down to your feet. So that's one thing I want you to practice. So for a more intermediate level, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to go up into a handstand, feet together, legs straight, and just hold it. So boom, you're going here, holding, control. So you don't want to move, you don't want to wiggle, you don't want to move your legs, control. Now, for the more advanced, if you got the handstand, if you already know you can balance, we're going to go into handstand taps. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to go into a handstand and you're just going to tap your shoulders back and forth, back and forth. So an example of that is going to be here, then tap, 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 freeze. Anyways, so we're going to do that for 30 seconds. So if you're a beginner level, just try to go up into the handstand. If you're intermediate level, go up into the handstand and hold it without moving. And then if you're advanced level, you're going to do the taps. We're going to do that for 30 seconds, all right? MVP is going to bring up some music. We're going to go for 30 seconds, take a quick 10-second break, and then go into our second round of 30-second handstand, all right? So MVP, you want to get that music going? And remember, this is just the beginning. So here we go. 30 seconds handstands. Let me see everybody in the Zoom. Y'all ready? All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Everybody up. Go. I'll do all three. All right, we got 10 more seconds. Hold it. Keep going. There we go. Nice. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Everybody up. Breathe. You got 10 seconds, and then we're going to go into the second round. 10 seconds. So in between, you just want to make sure you breathe. Maybe stretch out your arms a little bit. Wiggle your wrist. Always want to warm up your hands and your wrist. That's the most important thing we do with freezes, power moves. Anything is going to be using our hands. So you want to make sure you warm up those wrists, okay? And if you need wrist workouts, look up boxing, how boxers warm up their hands and their wrist. They have a lot of great techniques. You can just Google that and look it up. All right, but here we go. 30 more seconds. MVP, hit that music. 30-second handstand. Let's go. Let me see. Oh, nice. I see some of y'all hold them. Nice. Let me see some of those taps. Oh, B-girl stay. Nice. B-girl pretzel, I see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, y'all. Good job. Now, everybody take a breath. Yes. So this is a habit, all right? This is a habit I've created. It's one of many, many habits that I've created to start my day. This is just one habit at the beginning of the day that's going to make you feel good for the rest of the day. This is why people who work out, they like to work out in the morning. Because once you work out, your body feels totally different. You're ready to go for the day. Your mind is clear. You've released any stress that you have in you. So handstands, not only is you're releasing stress, you're also practicing the handstand, which I feel is one of the most important things you can learn for power moves, freezes. It's a handstand. I know it's simple, or it sounds simple, but just like you have balance on your feet, you want to have balance on your hands as well. So if you're doing footwork one way, you get it the other way. Right? So you want to be good on your feet. You also want to be good on your hands. So, all right, now moving into habits. So that's one simple habit that you can do. There's lots and lots of different things you can do to prepare for a battle. Obviously, everybody knows the physical part of it. Workout, run, practice. That's pretty self-explanatory when you're training for a competition. But mentally, how do you train? There's lots of different things. A lot of people have, especially right now with COVID-19 going on, some people are out of work. Some people aren't able to perform. Just like me, I'm not able to do any shows, perform, and that was one of my main jobs. So a lot of people are undergoing, they have stress right now. A lot of people are having, whether it's money issues or just anything. A lot of people are used to traveling and competing. So these are a lot of mental things that are going on right now. And which brings me also to the online battle topic. I also want to go over that, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But let's get back to habits. So again, a lot of us have habits that we don't even know. A lot of them are going to be bad habits, a lot of good habits. But one habit that I want to bring up to you that is good for pre-battle and post-battle, and not only that, just any time in life, is reading. Reading. It doesn't even have to be a long hour, 2 hours of reading. It could be 10 minutes every morning or in the afternoon or before you go to bed. And I actually brought 2 books that I've read, and I kind of want to show you. I want to show you them. So you can get these on Amazon. You could probably, I'm not sure if they're free on iTunes, but a lot of these books are free on iTunes as well. So the first one here is called Breaking Bad Habits. Now, I read this book, and basically it tells you how to eliminate bad practices. It shows you innovation, cause and effect. There's a lot of different, a lot of lessons can be learned through this one. So Breaking Habits. And then this other one I have here is The Power of Focus. Now, this one is probably my favorite book that I've ever read in my life. It doesn't matter if you run a business, if you're a dancer, if you're an athlete. This book right here will teach you a lot how to focus on certain things and how to what you should focus on, what you shouldn't focus on, and things like that. So these are some books that you can look up and read. Obviously, everybody's different. Everybody trains different ways. Everybody has a different body. So it's really up to you to make those habits. So moving into another habit is going to be your health. So obviously, we all know the better we eat, the better we're physically going to feel. But it all starts somewhere. So the first thing you want to do is you want to start small and create maybe like 1 or 2 small habits. A very simple one, it could be drink more water. So drinking water obviously is going to clear your body out. It's going to make you more energetic. You won't be dehydrated and any of those things. But that's just one of many small things that you can do to create a habit. Now, how does that affect you in battles? Well, pre and post battle, you have emotions, you have feelings, so you have to learn how to control those. Now, beforehand, physically, working out, eating healthy, reading, all those things are going to mentally prepare you for any scenario. So a scenario could be a battle. You lose a battle, whether it's the first round, it's the final round, it doesn't matter, it affects you, right? So when you, a lot of people go home and they take it hard. Some people are like, why do I battle? Why am I still doing this? I'm losing money and this and that. So you have to mentally be ready for those things. Now, so pre-battle, things like this can help you prepare for that. And not only that, that you want to be able to take like this information, these books, and apply it to your dancing. So that's kind of what I do and a lot of that. So this is what I'm gonna do real quick. I'm gonna take this off right here, and I want to start a little graph for you, and it's gonna tell you how to create some of these habits and how to break some of the habits. So first thing we'll start with right here is habit. So 3 things for creating good habits. One is going to be positivity. So there we go, positivity. Now, when you create a habit, it can be negative. If you put one negative thought in your head, you're already going to lose, right? Now, I understand that a lot of things happen. People, like I said, COVID-19 is happening. A lot of people just have issues, life issues. I don't even want to explain any of them, but people have issues. So mentally, you want to always be positive. This is what's going to drive you to create good habits, okay? Now, with breaking, a lot of stuff, a lot of what we do comes from emotion. So you might think, well, sometimes a negative emotion helps me battle. It actually helps me dance better. It actually brings out more of the emotions, and that's fine. Again, it's not like you can't take some of this stuff and create the energy that you want for battles. But you want to start somewhere to create the habits that are going to lead you into a better lifestyle, which will then lead you into better dancing. Because if you have better health, if you have better habits, then obviously you're going to be able to focus more on dancing, focus more on the training, focus more on the moves and stuff like that, compared to just thinking negatively. I've walked into jams and I've seen faces when I walk into the jam, I'm happy to see everybody. More than ever, the next jam we go to live, everybody's going to be happy to be there. But I still see negative faces. I can feel their energy. So I know something's going wrong. Something's going on in their life outside of dancing, and it shows. So, and a lot of it shows through the dancing too. And this is why habits are very, very important. And after I'm done, we're going to go into Moy, which he's going to talk to you about entrepreneurship, jobs, different ways to create avenues in dance for you to maybe make it a career. And a lot of that is going to be habits. Okay, so moving on a little bit further. So post battles, like I said, a lot of people, they mentally are they win, they lose, and they don't know what's next. So you always have to prepare for what's next, and that just goes into the circle of habits. So a lot of health, everybody's different, right? So a lot of the health things that people put out there, let's go vegan, let's go no meat, there's all kinds of different paleo. So everybody's different. Everybody's gonna have a different thing that works for them, even in physical, even with dancing. This is why everybody has different styles. Some guys are power movers, some guys are style heads, some guys can do it all, right? But you want to create those habits to be able to do those things. So some healthy tips. Water, right? We all know the simple things like vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. But that, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean you can't eat those things like pizza and hamburgers and stuff like that. But it's about habits. Do you want to create the habit of, I'm going to put health right here. Do you want to create the habit of eating hamburgers every day? Or do you want to create a habit of drinking water, getting your veggies in you? It's just like me doing handstands every morning. I also drink a whole full cup of a glass of water every single morning when I wake up. So, real quick though, before I even move forward, I want to bring someone into the chat room and get a question from them. So, to see if you are understanding, if it's a bit confusing, and so let's see, who can we bring up? Who has a question? Raise your hand. Let me see who has a question. Anybody have a question? Everybody's good. A topic, anything about habits, even the handstands, any of that stuff. I see. Who we got? Let's bring, right there we got German. Let's bring German in here real quick. Let's bring German. Let's go. I'm going to ask German a question actually and see what he feels about this, and then maybe he can return the question unless he has one already. So German, what's up, man?
What's up? Actually, I do have a question.
Okay, let's go.
So the thing that I guess I've been having trouble with is like, you know how you were talking about positivity?
Yes.
So say you're prone to like think negatively, and then sometimes you get caught up and you like continuing to think negatively. How do you like get out of that?
No, I get it. It's you're talking as in like negative things keep happening, like, and so it's hard for you to break out of that cycle.
No, so that's just like one negative thought leads to another.
Yes.
That kind of thing. And yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? That happens. That's just life. There's gonna be times in your life where you, whether it's constant negative things that are happening to you, or like you said, a lot of people think, well, man, I've seen this a lot, and I used to be like this too. Man, I don't want to go in the cypher because I don't know what people are thinking of me, right? Or I don't want to do. I know a lot of people who have good power moves, but they don't want to use them in the battle because they don't want to mess up, or they think, and those are negative thoughts right there. That's already a negative thought. You're already beating yourself. So, and I know it's hard to be positive 24/7. And I'm not saying walk in the room and be the most jolliest person in the room, but it's about that negative thought you had. How can you counterattack that with a positive thought? So, one negative thought can be overpowered by 2 or 3 positive thoughts. So if you wake up in the morning and you're like, your first thought is, man, I don't want to get out of bed. Boom, one negative thought, right? Now overpower that with three negative thoughts. With three positive thoughts. So, one, for instance, the handstands. I could wake up and think, oh man, I want to get out of bed, or wake up and be like, dang, I'm about to do this handstand because I know it's going to make me feel better. I know it's going to change the course of my day. So something as simple as that can change a negative thought. Now, if you just have a super duper deep negative thoughts, then go to someone. There's plenty of friends. I'm sure you have one close friend or even a family member or a mentor that can help you with those. Remember, surrounding yourself with positive people, surrounding yourself with people with positive thoughts and positivity is going to rub off on you. So, again, negative thoughts are always going to happen. They're always going to be there. It's how you react to these things. And that's with anything in life. It's going to be how you react and how you take charge after something happens to you.
Thank you, man. That really helps.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, and I actually been seeing you practicing this stuff, man, and working on all your movements and stuff. Just keep doing it, bro, and keep asking questions. That's exactly what we're here for. So for some of y'all that don't know, German actually posted a video yesterday or the day before, and he tagged us and asked us how can we give him some advice, or what do we think was wrong, and I immediately responded to him. So that's part of what we do too. If any of y'all have questions, if any of y'all just want to chat about breaking or anything that has to do with breaking, whether it's work or health, any of that stuff, contact us. Palmer has a Facebook. Jeremy, all of us have Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Hit us up. Send us a video. Show me your handstands, and I can help you and give you those tips. So don't be afraid to reach out to us. Jeremy, appreciate you. For sure. So, as you can see right there, negative thoughts, even one negative thought can lead you to a negative path. So, tying this back into breaking, basically my life is breaking. So everything that I do revolves around dance and hip hop and all that stuff. So the more positivity that I can bring into the community and bring into my circle, the more that it's going to help those people bring positivity and spread it. Now, going back to the habits. So we have positivity and we have health. Then obviously we have physical. So physical habits, this is the wrong color, but whatever. Physical habits are going to be the ones that we know. Practice, training schedule, working out, all those things. So you want to build physical habits, right? Palmer, I see him go to the park almost every single day after work, and whether it's for 10 minutes or if it's for an hour, or if he's doing horrible, or if he's hitting every single thing that he's doing, he still goes out there and he makes it a habit to go out there and do those things. Just like I wake up every day and do handstands. Bboy wakes up every day, puts on his vest, and walks around his weight vest, right? Those are just habits. Those are small habits that are making us better daily. We don't even realize it, but he puts on his weight vest and he's wearing it all day, and it's already one good habit. It's already something positive. It's something that's leading him to a better lifestyle, and it's just something so small, something that small. So you want to be able to find things. Remember, explore. It could even be another dance style. I mean, it could be, popping, or it could be housing. Some of those things might be a release outside of just breaking, because again, breaking sometimes can be so hard on you that again you lose yourself in a battle or in losing a battle and stuff like that. So don't let battles control. Don't let them control your emotions. It's something. It's almost like an extracurricular activity, because we break because we're passionate about it. We break because it brings us something positive into our lives, and then we battle because it's extra. It's something else extra for us to do. So, that's my outtake on battles. Is the emotional part you have to learn how to control, which leads into what I'm teaching tomorrow is balance and control. Balance and control is I'm gonna work on power moves. I'm gonna work on ways for you to improve things like your flares and your swipes and different things like that. But it's all from habit. And most of the stuff that I'm teaching you tomorrow in the physical workshop is gonna be stuff that I've created and made habits every day. So real quick before we go, let me bring in one more question. Does anybody else have a question? It can relate to anything that has to do with battles, even if it's a question of, anything that has to do with battles, or habits, or anything that I've went over today. Anybody? Even if you just have a topic, if you have a certain something. Let's see. We got Cece. Let's get Cece in the room real quick. Cece. Let me see your question. Hello, hello. Hey, how you doing? Where are you from? China in the house. That's what's up. Thank you for tuning in. So you have a question? I can't hear. Something to share on positive. You can't hear.
Here?
Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. So fear dictate my whole life. So there's a lot of activity in my life. But this year I can see I'm shifting. Like there's three things I can share. One is like when I'm like the native conversation is going on, I can practice mindfulness. Just be mindful right now, right here.
Yeah.
Even something like doing dishes, look at flower, whatever. It's just like be mindful of that moment.
Yes. Yes.
Be grounded. Yeah. The second I want to share is whenever we are engaged, indulge with the native conversation because we are in fear. So ask yourself what I'm afraid of right now. What I'm afraid of now. If you can define, like acknowledge what I'm afraid of now, if you see that fear, then the fear will, let's say, impact you much less.
Yeah.
So the third thing is practice gratitude and love.
Yes.
Like
Always.
love is no condition, no expectation, no attachment. If you can keep yourself in that state of love, no condition, no expectation, you can feel the freedom.
For sure.
So I'm still learning. So that's something I'm shifting my life right now. So yeah.
No, that's perfect. And that's what it is. That's the good thing about hip hop and about breaking. There's a lot of shifts that we go through. There's a lot of different phases, and there's a lot of growth and that we go through. And fear, yeah, fear is definitely one of the number one. I can't find the word, but it blocks. It's the number one blocker for anybody. Is the fear of what if this, what if that. You can't live like that. You just gotta go with it. And you know what? If you mess up, or if you lose, or if it doesn't turn out right, then you learn from it. And that's what you do, is you constantly learn and learn and learn. And that's, just like you were saying, you're going through a phase right now where there's somewhat fear. There's a lot of fear going around right now because of the pandemic. So, but if we constantly live in fear, then we're never going to move forward. So you just have to find, again, that goes back to habits and positivity. You just have to find ways to counterattack those negative thoughts, and just you want to. That's a goal right there. That's a habit. You can start anything you fear, even if it's something small. It could be like, oh, I'm scared to eat broccoli. Well, do that one day, and boom, you've already, whether you like it or not, or eat it after that, you've still conquered that fear, and that's only going to move you forward. So. I really appreciate you coming on and speaking your mind right now. That was awesome for us to hear, and appreciate that. So, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you a lot.
Yes.
Because I'm just 6 months. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Oh, 6 months. Oh, yes. Then you're gonna have a lot of growing to do. So you're gonna see a lot, and I hope you enjoy your journey.
Thank you.
All right. See y'all. See you. All right, y'all. So, again, I can talk all day on habits and positivity and ways to create good habits and break bad habits. Again, these two books can help you. So we got Breaking Bad Habits and The Power of Focus. You can probably find any kind of books out there with positivity and focus and stuff like that. So again, tomorrow we're gonna hit the physical. I'm gonna be teaching more on balance and control. Obviously, we're gonna take it to the ground and actually do some physical movement. So be ready for that. I have some techniques that I want to show y'all to help you with your power moves, your freezes, and all that good stuff. So thank you for having me. Hope y'all enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. And next up, we're gonna bring up the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Bboy Moy, y'all. See y'all.
Wow, thank you, Beast.